wabarakatuh, dear students. How are you today? So today we come up to the week for day 1. Wow, so it's been a month, yeah, everyone. We have been enjoying our time in this academic year with me. And today we are going to review the materials for this chapter for the past 4 weeks with me, Miss Rini. Okay, do you still remember what the materials are that you have learned? Let's check this out. So we will review these topics, everyone. Number 1, we have reviewed quantifiers. This is actually the material from P2, but we will still discuss it, yeah, for FOT. Next, we are going to discuss comma, and we are going also to discuss instructional text, and the last one we are going to discuss types of sentences. Now, so remember, those 4 materials will be included in the review, in the FOT 1 next week, yeah. And also there is added material which is weekly word list. So you have also to study weekly word list start from week 2, week 3, and week 4. Okay, the first material is about quantifiers. Yeah. The quantifiers are words that tell us the quantity or amount of something. Okay, what are the examples of quantifiers again? There are some, any, a lot of, a few, and a little. And how to use them? We have to know when and how to use them in sentences. For example, Bobby likes to add some cheese on the burger. Look at the word some. It means we don't know the exact amount of cheese that Bobby add to the burger, but it could be a little amount or a lot of amount of cheese, yeah. But some can be used both for countable and uncountable. Remember, countable and uncountable nouns. Countable are things that we can count using numbers, but uncountable are things that we cannot use for numbers. B, I don't like to add any cheese on my burger. Look at the word don't and any. Any is used for a negative sentence, everyone, and we don't know the exact amount of the cheese to be added on the burger, while the first one, some, is used for positive sentences. Okay, the third sentence. Do you want to add any cheese on your burger? Look, this question is a bit different to the previous ones. Yeah, this sentence is interrogative, is a question, and any can also be used for a question. Yeah, any is used for a question. Okay. And the fourth sentence, there are a lot of cars in the basement. A lot. Yeah, a lot means a big number of things, yeah, big number of cars. Okay. Next, E, I only have a few storybooks. It means small number of things. Okay, can be used for countable only. A lot also for countable. And the last sentence, we need to pour a little water. A little means, yeah, just small amount of water, and a little is used for uncountable nouns, things that we cannot use That thing, sorry, we cannot count using numbers. Okay, that's all for the quantifiers. Now we move on to comma. Okay, comma is used to identify when and where to pause within a sentence. Yeah, pause, not to stop. Okay, for example, August 17, 2021. Do you know what day is it? Okay, Indonesia's Independence Day falls on August 17, 2021. Okay, this is another example to list series of items in a sentence. For example, I need to prepare a cardboard, comma, glue, comma, balloon, comma, and paint. Yeah. Now, there are how many things here? Cardboard, glue, balloon, and paint. Yeah. So we need comma to identify how many items in the series. Next, the use of comma also for to be placed after a connective. For example, comma, first, comma. Okay, this is so easy to find in an instructional text, yeah? After a connective of after that or time conjunction. Okay, after that, next, finally, we have to use a comma. When I read your writing, I can see many of you already good in writing the time conjunction, but unfortunately, there are no commas after the conjunctions. So you have to put a comma after a time conjunction in the instructional text, okay? Now, the third material for FOT1 is about instructional text. This is also a review from the material you had learned in P2. So I'm sure it's gonna be easy for you. Okay, what is an instructional text? It is a text that explains about how to make something or how to do something. Okay, what are the features of instructional text? First, there should be a title, and the title can be started with how to make blah 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 or how to do blah blah blah. For example, how to make banana pancake or how to do or how to play cardboard. Sorry, how to play leaderboard, for example. And then number 2, there will be materials or ingredients. What are the difference of materials and ingredients? Materials are the tools, yeah, alat-alat. While ingredients are the, especially for recipes, yeah, bahan-bahan, okay? And next, the feature number 3 is the steps or the instructions from step 1 to the last step. And in instructional text, yeah, the examples of the instructions or the steps are first, comma, take the paper, next, comma, cut the paper. Now there are series of steps, yeah, from the first one on how to do it until the last one. Okay, do you notice the time conjunctions and the verbs, the bossy verbs? Yes, the time conjunctions are first and next. And pay attention, there should be a comma after the time conjunction. And there are bossy verbs too. For example, take and cut. What are bossy verbs again? Bossy verbs are words that tell you to do something. Okay, while time conjunction is words that tell you when something happens. Yeah. Okay, finally we come up to the last material. It is types of sentences. And my question is it a question? And my question is it a sentence? Let's break down the reasons. Look at the word of study. What is the word class for this word? Yes, it is a verb. It contains a verb. A sentence contains a verb. What are the next reason? Look at the very first letter in the beginning. W. Yes, a sentence starts with a capital letter. And look at the end of the sentence. There is a full stop. Yes, a sentence ends with a full stop. Okay, so there are three reasons. The first one, there is a capital letter, there is a verb, and there is a full stop. It's a sentence. Now, look at the second group of words. Why do we study at home? Is it a sentence, everyone? Look at the first letter too. It starts with a capital letter, right? And then it starts with a question word. Which one is the question word? Why? Okay, and there is a verb, study. It contains a verb. Yeah? And look at the end of the sentence, which is a question mark. Yeah? Okay. It is a question because in the beginning there is a capital letter and it starts with a question word why, and then there is a verb and it ends with a question mark. And how about this one, everyone? Close the door, please. Look, there's big kite. Okay, let's pay attention first to the words in circle, which are close and look. It starts with bossy verb. Do you remember what bossy verbs are? They are words that tell you to do something, to close and to look. And it ends with a exclamation mark at the end. So what type of sentence is it? These are commands that ask you to do something or to order you to do something. Yeah? Yes, it ends with exclamation mark. It starts with the bossy verb. I wrongly click it. Okay. Now, we study at home is a sentence. Why do we study at home is a question. And close the door, please, is a command. Okay, now let's try to rearrange the jumble of words to be more make sense for us. Walk, she's to school. Yes, she walked to school. It always starts with subject, yeah? And then verb and then agreement. Does it make sense now? Yes, now it makes sense. Okay, when is birthday is when your? Does it make sense to you? No. Okay, this is a question because it ends with a question mark. But remember, a question always starts with a question word. Which one is a question word? Yes, it's when. So we start with when is your birthday? Okay, when, and then the verb is. Okay. Last one, me follow on Instagram. What type of sentence is it? Yes, it is a comment because it ends with an exclamation mark at the end. And then remember, an exclamation, a command usually start with a bossy verb. Which one is a bossy verb? Me? Yes, it follow. Yeah, it's follow. So start with follow me on Instagram. Okay, that's all, everyone, for the review of the materials for FOT1. I hope you can understand all. You can always repeat this video if you need to, and there will be also Google Slide link later on to to study all the materials that we have from week 2. Okay, after this Miss Rini will discuss the word list. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
How to Writing. Episode 2. Writing an Introduction. We use how-to writing to teach others how to do something. First, I brainstorm things that I know how to do well. Then, I picked a topic that I would like to teach others. I'm going to teach how to grow a plant. Now, I'm ready to start writing. I will start with an introduction. An introduction is the beginning of your writing. It should do 3 things. First, it should hook the reader. Next, you should introduce the topic. And last, list the materials needed. So let's get started. I want to hook the reader to get them interested in my writing. I like to do this with a question. I will write, have you ever seen a beautiful flower and thought, I would like to have a flower like that? Next, I will introduce the topic. I will tell what I'm teaching. Read this book to learn all about how to grow your own plant. And last, I'll list the materials needed. You will need a pot, soil, seeds, a small shovel, and a watering can. Let's see how my introduction sounds. Have you ever seen a beautiful flower and thought, I would like to have a flower like that? Read this book to learn all about how to grow your own plant. You will need a pot, soil, seeds, a small shovel, and a watering can. Perfect. Watch episode 3 to see how I start writing the steps in my how-to. How-to Writing. Episode 3. Writing Steps. We write how-to writing to teach others. I am writing how to grow a plant. I've already written an introduction where I hooked the reader, introduced the topic, and listed the materials needed. Now I'm ready to write the steps. My steps should tell the reader what to do in order. It should also include pictures that help teach the reader. And there should be transition words like first, next, then, and last. Step 1. First, you should fill your flower pot with soil. Step 2. Next, put a few seeds into the soil. Step 3. Then, sprinkle water into the pot. Step 4. Last, put the pot in the sun and wait for your plant to grow. I told the steps in order, added pictures, and used transition words. Watch episode 4 to see how I revise my steps to make them even better.
Ismail students, Fitri Ismail. Now, after you are done with the Google form, the FOT review, now don't forget to continue step 2 of the writing, which is drafting, or writing the full draft of instructional text, because last week you have done with the planning, right? Good job, everyone. Now, those who haven't done with the planning, I hope you can finish it soon, by looking at the planning template provided in the Google Classroom. Okay, now for the drafting steps, after you are done with the topic, with the title and the materials, now we are going to write the steps or the instructions. The key to write the steps are, it should be in order from the beginning of the step until the end. For the pictures, you can draw it or not, it's up to you, it's optional, but I don't think so, it's needed, because you have drawn the picture of your instructional text, right? And then there should be time conjunction and bossy verbs. Yeah, in the previous video, it's called transition word, but we call it time conjunctions. For example, first, second, third, next, after that, then, and then lastly or finally. Okay, don't forget to write your steps clearly and in detail so the reader will understand what to do if they want to follow your instructional text. And be careful with the capital letters in the beginning of the sentence, a comma after the time conjunctions, use correct bossy verbs, and then end the sentence with the proper punctuation mark. Can be a full sentence or exclamation mark for comments, yeah? And make your steps very detailed and make it better. Reread again your writing if you are done, and don't forget to upload it to Google Classroom. Okay, Miss Lini will check. Thank you so much, is my student. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.